Hey guys, today I want to talk about the state of the game and how things have drastically evolved since the Transcendence system came to place. Essentially, at the time, the power creep was every time there was a new banner, you needed to pull for those units because, well, they would completely put to shame any previous units because the power creep was real and it was between each banner that was released in the game. Nowadays, characters are pretty much on par with each other, and the one thing that makes a difference is, well, Transcendence. So if you have, for example, a 3 of 5 Charlotte 2 versus a 1 of 5, someone more recent with the same attribute and killer, well, you would still want to use the 3 of 5 character and so on. So this is one thing. The second thing is if you look at your album, and your the characters that you use. So here in the edit page, well, you're gonna see that you, like 99% of the characters that you have in your box, you barely use them. So yes, I know that you're gonna be using the links, you're gonna be using a bunch of stuff, but realistically speaking, 99% of the time, you're just gonna be focusing on just a handful of units. So for example, since the update on the point event and the fact that we now don't need to actually run the specific units that are bonus to be, wrong place. That we don't need to run the specific units that are featured to be able to get more rewards and everything. Well, I've been using, like, let me show you. This is a team that I'm using for the first quest. And, well, I'm not going to waste your time, but basically I'm using the same team for all 3 quests. And then based on the clear time that I get on auto, I'm just going to be running this one quest more often than the others using that one team. And essentially, this is the team that I use for absolutely every single point event. And you probably have your favorite team as well that you just use for every point event. And that's how it is. Like 99% of the time when it comes to PvE and point events, you're going to be using one team. Then when it comes to things like extreme co-op, you're going to be using one character that fits the rules. When you're going to be running Inheritance Zone for droplets, you're going to be running a team that has a potion link characters in it. And that's it. So you're going to have different decks, and within those decks you would have that one potion link unit that will make the run worth it. And that's it. You're going to be having like a few teams, but all in all, you're going to be using about 20 to 30 characters. And the thing is, most of the killers are covered within premium units. So by just like putting on banners here and there, you're going to be able to get higher transcendence levels on most premium units. And these are going to be good enough for you to compete and use very often. Yes, they might not be your favorite unit, but in terms of efficiency, they are going to be very efficient. So for example, if we take a look at the album, and we have like a very honest look at it, they are a bunch of great units. But if we look from let's say from 5th anniversary onwards, so this is round 1 and round 2 of 5th anniversary. Ever since, I've been missing on some units, and like this Yamamoto, which was the first unit that we need for Transcendence Zone. I missed on him, but that's fine. I'm missing on this guy, which is a great unit, but it is what it is. But essentially, if you look at all this, what are the units I still use to this day? Ichigo all the time, Byakuya all the time, this guy Ugram PvP all the time, the potion character all the time, Kisuke all the time. What else? I've used this now for Guild Quest as a support unit. I've used a Noel. I'm not sure if I've ever used a Noel. I use Nini from time to times. I've used Masaki, yes. I've used Potion Link Momo. I've used Ichigo and Rika. And that's it. Like, most of the time, those units, you're not going to be using them. And you're only going to be using, like, I have Shuichi short, but 1 of 5, 2 of 5, it's not going to cut it. Especially when I have better units with the same killer and higher transcendence levels. Also, these guys, 3 premium units here, boom, you're going to be getting them this year, like sometime toward the end of the year. And we're going to have, by the time they get like obsolete, we're going to be getting them in about 20 to 25 banners as fillers, so it's not a miss. Those guys, the current banner, well, great characters, not gonna lie. The follow-up skill is amazing, Mayuri is amazing, Tsukishima is an amazing PvP unit. Well, I said amazing, I meant broken. Well, the only one that is really worth it here is Tsukishima. Like, in terms of longevity and value for the game, it's Tsukishima. The other two are good to have, but at the end of the day, if you have a hard resistance on other characters that have this, that fill the same niche, just go for this and focus on this. So the worst thing to do in this game, especially if you're free to play, is to just pull on most banners. Instead, what you want to do is go in here and do, for something like this. Oops, sorry. Go to your inventory, and go to your characters and sort by killer and then range or melee, and then sort by transcendence levels. Well, actually, you can do a special move levels. It's gonna be easier. You sort it this way, and then based on this, you see where are niches that you need to fill. So, for example, let's do tech. Tech, I have this. Heart, I have this. And based on this, actually might actually not really need the attribute, to be honest, but you get my point here. So based on where you like a certain unit that fills a certain niche, this is where you want to be pulling a lot more orbs on said banner. Not the main banner. Main banners are the worst value in general. Nowadays, with the way the game is, it's all about individual banners. So especially if you're a free-to-play player, you might want to skip on multiple banners and only pull on individual banners that have the characters that you need for a certain niche. And then you try to have 2 of 5, 3 of 5, 4 of 5, and use the special resources that we get like every 3-4 months to complete it and be able to get to a higher transcendence level. And that's it. This is how you want to do it. So for example, in this banner, if I want Tsukishima because he fills a niche in PvP, I should have like just waited completely for his individual banner. But the problem is obviously K-Lab is tricking us into thinking that, well, you need it and you need it now, and that's why they delayed individual banners. And for example, Tsukishima is going to be somewhere close to the end of the month. So obviously it's going to be such a dilemma because you're going to have the end of month news and you're going to want the new characters, but at the same time you still need to pull for Tsukishima. So it's a very smart move, and the fact that they've released the individual banner of such a broken character is coming at the very end of the month means that this end of month is absolutely going to be hype. So yeah, and like the second hypest character in this banner is coming somewhat around the mid of the month. So yeah, you know what this means. This is how it is. It's all about making choices, making decisions. But at the end of the day, you gotta consider the fact that 99% of the time you're not gonna be using the characters you pull. So they're just gonna be sitting in your box, biting the dust, and that's it. That's all that's gonna happen. So with regards to this, you're just like, well, you reconsider your choices and how you pull on banners. The other thing is, I have people, like on the screen right now, around like the layout that you have shows my current ticket count. So you can see I have like 90 5-star tickets, 2K Brave Soul tickets and stuff like that. So yeah, quick one on that. I'm going to be pulling all of this on 6th anniversary. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But more importantly, what I'm saying is, people ask me like, how do I hold on to these and why do I not have the urge to pull them straight away? Well, the answer is, I'd rather just wait for more premium units to drop in the game, more characters to drop in general, so that the tickets have wider pools and give me more chances of putting something new and something that I want. And again, because it's all about transcendence levels, you want to rack up on as many of those premium units from the tickets essentially, and be able to have high transcendence levels. So this is what I do. Like, I'm just going to be waiting, opening all of them at once. And then in the meantime, I'm just like saving a bunch of transcendence materials. So one thing that is very tedious and cumbersome is doing this every day. I know it's only one scroll at a time, which is very slow, but at the same time I'm so lazy to do epic raids that I'd rather just like do this patiently and just like stab them one by one and do chronicle quests to get all the small scrolls. And eventually, when the time comes and I'm able to get like higher transcendence levels on certain characters that I care about, I would be able to just like mash and send them straight away. And I say max transcend them, but I'm actually not like this. This is check it out. Out of my characters, I only have 2 max transcended units because I'm extremely stingy when it comes to transcendence materials. I would not just like waste 10 10 special spiritual pressure scrolls just for the nice little purple look on a character. Like this, just nope. Like I do just the bare necessity for characters. So for example, Ichigo, I have this at 5 and 5 because I can find this easily within Chronicle Quest, but I would not put it any higher until Kayla decides to make the scrolls a little bit more easy to get. Until then, don't count on me to do this. So I only have 2 max transcended. But yeah, overall that's it. At the end of the day, it's your account, your orbs, your decisions, and I'm just giving you my opinion on it, but ultimately you do what you want. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, like, and let me know in the comments below what you think about this approach and how are you coping with it. I'll see you next time. Cheers.